Welcome to SST College of Arts and Commerce. You're watching SST Edupedia. I am Assistant Professor Varsha Sawlani. Here I'm talking about SYBAF subject research methodology in accounting and finance. This is the subject research methodology which is in SEM 4, semester 4 of SYBAF. Let's discuss the syllabus of this subject. What exactly the research is? Research is nothing but searching out or solving a problem. How to solve a problem? What is the methodology which is being implemented in accounting and finance? So, according to the Mumbai University, the university has given the syllabus as 4 modules in this subject, research methodology in accounting and finance. The 4 modules are module number 1, introduction to research, module number 2, research design in accounting and finance, module 3, data collection and processing, and module 4, interpretation and report writing. Let's see in detail what all topics we will cover in module 1, that is introduction to research. In this module 1, we will cover meaning and definition of the research, features and importance of research in accounting and finance, objectives of the research and types of research. Now, types of research such as basic research, descriptive research, applied research, analytical research, empirical research, and there are many more types of research such as one-time research, historical research, field research, experimental research. So there are the many different types of research. And next we will learn how to formulate the research problem, that is how to select the title of doing the research, because it is said that once the problem is identified, it is half solved. So it is utmost important for the researcher to know what exactly the research problem is. For doing this, the researchers can go for ROL, which is the last topic of this unit, that is review of literature. Is nothing but the authors which they have studied previously, the past study. The researchers can refer and take the idea and find it out the gap where they are lacking, and the researcher has a scope in that of doing the research. So the students will have the grip on the basic concepts of the research, that is how to select the topic of doing the research, how to formulate that problem in a systematic way, convert the topic into a title, and thorough the review of literature, how to go through the review of literature. These all are the topics which students will learn in Unit 1. Unit 2, the title is Research Design in Accounting and Finance. If the researchers are doing research in accounting and finance, before that, they need to make a plan. Research design is nothing but planning. Make a blueprint, how to go for the research, how to do the research. So research design means how to make a good research design. Uska meaning kya hai? Need. What is the need of making the research design? How to formulate the hypothesis. Now what is hypothesis? Are nothing but the tentative assumptions. That is, मेरे हिसाब से ऐसा हो सकता है, वैसा हो सकता है. For example, if a company is facing a problem of decline in sales, so one of the expert in the organization says because there is an increase in price, because the price is more of the product, that is why the sales are declining. The other expert says because the packaging is not attractive, that is why the sales are declining. So we can take these two hypotheses. So hypotheses are nothing but the tentative assumptions which before beginning the research, the researcher need to frame the hypothesis. That is the tentative assumptions, or we can say the propositions on which we are going to do the research. The next topic we will learn which are the different types of making the research design, which are the different types, how the researchers make a systematic plan, not only making the plan, but also we need to implement the plan. Like, what is research problem, what are the objectives of research, how to frame the questionnaire, how to decide the sample size, types of data collection, how to go for data processing, data analysis, interpretation, testing of hypothesis, which tool we will use to test the hypothesis. So all these, before actually implementing the research, we should make a plan, because the one person is not involved in the organization to do the research. There is a team. So in team, every member should know how to go for the research. So it is the responsibility of the researcher, committee of the researcher, to make research design, to make research plan. Next, third unit is data collection and processing. There are the two methods of collecting the data broadly. One is primary data, another one is secondary data. Primary data is nothing but collecting the first-hand information, which researchers themselves, they are doing the survey, they are taking the interviews from the respondents and they are collecting the data. That is primary data collection. Second is secondary data. The secondary data is also called it as already published data. Already published data may be in various books, magazines, journals, bulletins, newspaper articles. If authors has published these content, we can use in our research project, but be sure we have to make the note of it in the bibliography or in the references. So there are the two types of data collection, primary and secondary. Okay. So again, in primary data, there are the various types of collecting the primary data. Survey method, observation method, then experimentation method, interview method, questionnaire. These are the various types how the researchers can collect the primary data. Secondary data, there are the various sources. The researchers can use those sources and write the same that sources into a bibliography, or we can say references. Next, we will learn in this chapter sampling. What is sampling? That is, from whom we are going to collect the data, who will be our respondent, what will be their demographic segmentation, their age, their income, their educational qualification, taste and preferences, area. So for knowing that, we as a researcher need to decide the sampling. For deciding the sampling, there are the two techniques, probability and non-probability sampling. Next, the other part, this is the first part, data collection. The other part of this unit is data processing. For processing of the data, there is an involvement of 5 steps or 5 stages. Number 1, editing. The data which we have collected, as it is, we need not to make present in the research report. We need to do the editing, convert that data into a codes. So after editing, coding. That is, into a numeric form, into a alphabetical form, into a alphanumeric form. We need to convert that data into a coding, wherever it is necessary, wherever it is required. Third is classification. We need to group the data, age-wise, income-wise, area-wise. We need to classify the data. Convert that data into a tabulation. So fourth point is tabulation. We need to convert that data into a rows and columns because it is easy to read as compared to sentences. Then graphical presentation. We need to convert that table into a charts, that is bar chart, pie chart, histogram, line chart, candle chart. So the many charts we can convert. So that is called data processing. So data processing involves 5 steps. Number 1, editing, coding, classification, tabulation, graphical presentation. That is how the researchers can do the data processing and then go for data analysis. Now data analysis, the next part is statistical tools, statistical analysis tool. Now you all have done in the first year of your UG the business statistics subject or business mathematics subject. In business mathematics, the students has learned how to calculate mean, median, mode, standard deviation, regression, correlation. So these are the various tools which the researchers can use for analyzing the data. That is central tendency. It includes mean, median, mode. Then measures of dispersion, standard deviation, regression analysis. These are the content of statistical analysis. Next, the use of computer. In research, computer plays an important role. Many companies have SPSS model through which they are doing the analysis of the data. Statistical Package for Social Science, SPSS, Statistical Package for Social Science, is a software which many of the companies are using for doing the research, okay, for analyzing the data. So these all are the concepts we are going to learn in this unit 3, a little bit lengthy unit. Fourth unit is after doing the analysis, now it's time to make the interpretation. That is to convert that analysis into an interpretation in a simplified way, how we are concluding the entire research work. In the form of findings, conclusions and suggestions, we need to interpret the data. Once all the things done, now it's time to present the research. Means we need to make the report writing. Now there are the 3 types of research: corporate research, academic research, social research. Corporate research we need to present to the higher authorities, top level management. Academic research we need to present to the university. University has given the guide. So with the help of guide, we need to present that research report to the university. And third is social research. That is the research which we are doing for the social cause. And that social research we need to present to the sponsored agencies. The agencies, those who are sponsored for doing this research, so we need to present. So according to the top authorities, according to the universities, according to the sponsored agencies, we need to make the research report. So this is the 4th module, interpretation and report writing. So these all are the 4 modules in SYBAF SEM 4, Research Methodology in Accounting and Finance. Thank you for watching.